Hello and welcome. I'm Ash Mannix. It is Sunday evening once again, and I find myself running Windows 98. We're going to play some more Desire, a game set in the same universe as Eve Burst Air. I've got myself a can of Coke, not Coke Zero this time, but the Fat Coke. Fat Coke, full fat. What's going on here? Right. Let me switch to full screen. Evangeli Donut, I see you were first. Actually, I saw that before. Well done. Well done. I've decided, let me click into this because I'm using DOSBox X or something, which captures my mouse. Let us click on to my computer. You're drinking rain. I don't, right, they stopped. So the local, what do you call it? I got it the supermarket. Is it supermarket? Do you know what? I've forgotten what things are called now. God. The grocery store. Yeah, supermarket, I guess. I don't know what's it called in America. Convenience store. What are the places like Walmart? It's a bit like Walmart. It's like the bigger ones. What is Walmart? What do you call it in America? What's it called? Retail corporation? Retail store? I feel like Walmart covers everything. Anyway, let's just go with the convenience store. Supermarket. Yeah, fuck it. Supermarket. I guess that's what it's called in America as well. Right, what was I saying? I used to get rain. Like, when you mentioned rain, I went to the local supermarket and they had it there. And I was like, awesome, I'm going to have this. So I was able to get it, and then see when the tariffs kicked in, and I don't know if it's because of the tariffs or if it's because my local supermarket decided to not buy them in after a while. I stopped seeing it there, and then all I saw was Monster, which is why I was like just drinking Monster energy drink, and then I stopped that because I'm pretty sure drinking Monster 2 or 3 times a week. I know there's people that drink it a lot more than that. But I'm pretty sure it's just not fucking good. It's like terrible for my health. And I'm getting older, not younger. Having said that, I'm just going to drink this fucking full fat Coke that has about half a ton of sugar in it. We've enjoyed what saying. Or as Walmart tries to rebrand it the Super Center. Lol. You know, the word super and star is a very it's a very American thing to have that. Like the supermarket probably originally came from that word probably originated from America. I feel like super and star, like try to think of other examples, right? Like this super. Now I can't think of examples. This is gonna piss me off. Fuck. It's like you get a super freighter or something. I feel like it's a very American centric thing. That's not that's like now you like people will say things and use that for describing something super. I mean, it's super. It's not wrong, I suppose. The etymology of super. Imagine I don't saying yeah, it's probably due to the tariffs. Lots of places stopped carrying US products due to them, which is a shame because it's healthier than Monster. I mean, anything's healthier than Monster, to be fair. Why am I on Wi-Fi? I can't switch now. If I switch, it'll fucking kill the stream. Right, we're gonna do this on Wi-Fi, yes. Better than Ubermart. I like the word Uber, but that's German, right? Uber. Uber. What is? I suppose like the word great. Now, I'm not saying these words come from these countries, but like I think of Great Britain. I think maybe it was a very British thing. Because we have the UK now, which may be the more modern way to describe the kingdom, and then you have Great Britain, which people don't usually like. You don't see Great Britain anymore. Actually, Great Britain might be sub. Let me check this. I feel like Great Britain is it means something slightly different compared to the UK. Great Britain versus UK. Great Britain is a large island comprising England, Scotland, and Wales, while the United Kingdom is something that includes Great Britain plus... Oh, shit! Okay. So Great Britain is England, Scotland, and Wales. So it's the mainland. And then the United Kingdom is all of that plus Northern Ireland. Interesting. Look at me finding this out at this fucking age. God damn. Ivan Jedot says, yeah, Germanic, the U being an umlaut. Yeah, Uba. I don't know German. I never did German at school. Anyway, let's get into this. Desire. Right? Are you loving the Windows 98 aesthetic, guys? Takes you... It harkens back to simpler times. Can I skip this? Yeah. I mean, I shouldn't skip it. Also, why did the screen get smaller? Fuck. Right. I'm going to have to resize this. This is not going to affect you guys, but it will affect me, because I want this to be fucking big. Right, this might break. Right. Right, load game. Hopefully it's saved. Uh-oh. Bro. Oh my god, don't frighten me like that. Fucking hell. I said, that's not saves! Right. Evangelion says every day is a chance to learn, as they say. Yeah, I'll be if I live to 200, which I'm not going to, let's be honest. I mean, no one's going to. I mean, maybe some people will. Fuck knows, technology and all that shit. Anyway, if I live to an old... where's I going with this? If I lived to the age of 200, I'd still be learning new stuff. I mean... Unless at some point we're able to, plug our brains into the machine. And download every piece of information. But I'm pretty sure the human mind can't store that much. I might be wrong. Evangelion saying, also I've been slaving away listening to lines from Gundam Wing for this English dub project, so I shall subject you to the same experience by posting various voice files in Discord. Awesome. Have you been keeping shameless shelling of my podcast? By the way, guys, I do a podcast with my wonderful co-host Meme Doc. Such a wonderful co-host, I almost forgot his name. On my other channel called Ashmanic's Watches. We're doing a podcast where we're talking about the episodes of Gundam Wing as we watch through it. Give that a shot. Anyway, that's really for anyone else watching this. I'm sure Evangelion knows. Have you been keeping up with that at all? We've a slight issue with the podcast in that we took Meme Doc's been a busy person because Meme Doc has a fucking life. So, whatchamacallit, we're, ran out of episodes. We don't have a buffer anymore, so I need to, record an episode this week for release at the end of this week. I did that last week as well. So, yeah, we're kind of there might be a couple of weeks where you might not get a podcast episode at the Friday scheduled time because, life got in the way. Also, I was lazy. Evangelion says, I listen whenever I exercise. Haven't gotten to the most recent vid yet. Exercise or however you spell it. Yeah, that's how... Wait, how do you spell exercise? I think it's EXERCISE. I think that's how you do it. There's no extra... Yeah. With an S. Is the American spelling different? Is there American spelling? Well, no. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there is, but Google's biased towards... What is this? What's this animation? What the fuck? Oh my god, am I getting distracted? Right. Windows 98. What are we doing? Speak to Reiko. Oh, fuck! Damn it, this thing is fucking slow. Right. Yeah, there is a big difference in what you could do if you've really got a huge load of capital to invest. They say you got this whole thing completed in only 2 years, huh?
ええ、財団の技術の推移を結集して建設したようなものね。
I like you know how the mouth movements. I mean, I think anime is the same in the most part. The mouth movements are simple, right? You just move the mouth when they're talking. It's basically what I'm doing, like the image reaction plugin that I'm using for my face on the stream, but a little bit more animation. Maybe I should. Maybe I should do a slightly more complicated animation. Maybe I should have a head. Maybe I should have a body. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine me having a body? I mean, wait a minute. I have drawings of me with a body. It's an outro. What was I talking about? Anyway, what am I doing? Yep, it's really kind of the embodiment of all of the Foundation's technical skills. Okay. Right, don't double click. Anyway, desire is really the very epitome of man's technological prowess. Awesome. What are we doing? Right, that's just a repeat. Let's move? Wait, I can't move anywhere yet? Fuck. So what do you think? Pretty expensive feeling here in the South Seas, huh? Pretty, no? Sorry, I said expensive, expansive, bloody hell. Yeah, it is.
この規模の島で約100万平方メートルという広大な敷地を飛行場に利用したという例はないのよ。
There's no other place in the world where there's an island this size with a full 10 million square foot airfield on it. 10 million? That is 10 million square foot? Nah, man, that's not right. Still, if you convert it to miles, what does it come to? A quarter of a square mile? A third, maybe?
そういう時は小さい単位で説明するのが普通ね。
Generally, people use smaller units when describing things like this. Yes, maybe because it makes it easier to... What's your point? Like, you want to say it's over 1 trillion square millimeters, for example.
ミリメートルだと逆に狭く感じるわ。
What? No, if you use the word millimeter at all, it just brings to mind the concept of eensy weensy. What is this conversation? You couldn't really tell from the plane, but when you stand on the ground, this tiny little island feels pretty vast. Of course, if you think about the fact that there's enough space to land a jet on, it shouldn't really be too surprising. What? For the island? What are you talking about? Like, if there's an island that was only big enough to land a jet on it, it's not that big an island.
1000メートルが先に伸びているの。一般の空港に比べれば小さいのだけど、過不足なく離着陸できるわ。
The landing strip is 3,400 feet long. It's long in comparison to, say, Dallas-Fort Worth. But it's perfectly fine for all of our needs here. Oh, dear me. The far end of the runway is wavering and shimmering just a bit. It's either a reflection of the asphalt or some other kind of mirage.
アスファルトが熱を帯びるとよく生じる現象ね。
It's a phenomenon that's always happening over here. The asphalt heats up in the sun and you get waves. Yeah, I mean, what, has this guy never been to a hot place? What's he talking about? The far end of the runway is wavering. Right, that's a repeat. Lit up like that with the sun behind her, she really is a beauty. What are you talking about? She's beautiful without the sun lit, but what are you talking? What am I talking about? What exactly are you interested in, Al? Can I move now? Ah, what the fuck is going on here? Why are these games so opaque? You know, really is special. Wait. You know, it really is spacious and wide open. And it makes you feel good with the weather and all, but still, not that there's anything strange that meets the eye, but there's something about the place that gives me a weird feeling.
どうしたの？
Something wrong? No, never mind. Evangelion saying, but this is disembodied purple head of purity. What else would I worship? Well, I can always use that randomly. Evangelion saying, they are opaque to pad out the runtime. Ah, that's so true. Ah. Anyway, spam pretty much the entire main cast of Wing in the Discord. Awesome. Right, what am I doing? I think I have to speak to her more. Say Reiko.
何かしら？
Yes? Do you feel anything strange or unusual standing here?
違和感？別に感じないわね。ちょっと日差しが強いくらいかしら。
Right, wait, I'm gonna save at this point, right? Let me save here. Yes. Oh, why is my mouse so sensitive? Right, option. Why are you so loud? Like, I can't increase the audio. I can't increase the voice audio. I feel like this is not mixed very well. Anyway, strange. Strange? No, nothing in particular, I think. I guess the sun is glaring down a bit strongly, but... Oh,
気分でも悪いの？
Are you feeling sick or something? No, it's not that. I guess it's all in my mind. Anyway. Something strange. Right, can I move now? God damn this game. God damn this game. Oh, it's nothing in particular, really. I should probably just stop thinking about it. Okay. The fire under the runway is wavering and shimmering just a bit. It's either a reflection of the asphalt or some other kind of mirage.
アスファルトが熱を帯びるとよく生じる現象ね。
No, I think she said that before. I think that's a repeat. What else
あま
did
り
she say?
見つめられると困るわ。
Did she just close her eyes? What the hell? You're gonna make me feel uncomfortable if you keep squinting at me like that. Yeah, mate, stop staring. Oh, sorry. And she's like, didn't you come here to meet your girlfriend? Can I move now? Oh, this game hates me. Oh, this game hates me.
じゃあそろそろ研究所に案内しましょうか。
Okay, now. The next stop in our tour will be the laboratory building. The lab, huh? Finally heading towards the storm's center.
あらかじめ言っておくわ。研究所の取材は決められた日時に行ってほしいの。いい？
What? I should tell you in advance. I want you to keep your reporting and investigation of our lab within certain scheduled hours, okay? Sure. Damn, she saw right through me. What? What are we going to do go in the middle of the night?
ごめんなさい。口うるさく言ってしまって。教授は結構ナーバスな方だから気をつけてほしいのよ。
Sorry to be such a stickler about it. It's just that the professor is a bit of the nervous type, so I wanted you to be careful. No, I'm missing the chat. Bento Des, welcome to the stream. I tuned in just in time to see that we're back to the riveting gameplay of exhausting every single option until it lets you progress. Welcome to the world of old visual novels. And just visual novels in general. This is the world that I'm trapped in. By my own choosing. What am I doing in my life? I'm surprised Crack Dealer and the others aren't here, to be honest. This is a bit early, right? So Crack might be... I feel like I usually stream... Well, I have been streaming at 6 o'clock the last few times, but I haven't streamed on Sunday for a while, I think, because I was ill and other things. So there's a bit of that, but also I think it's a bit early compared to my usual, the times I used to do it, like 8 PM UK time. I don't know how that translates. Especially with daylight saving time, daylight saving hours, not be because that switches things by now. Imagine I don't sing loud, I could barely hear it on stream, to be honest. What? What? Why is that? Let me check something. I could hear it. But then... right, I boosted that from my look back. The thing is, I've got it lower, right? But the problem is when they're talking. It's when they're talking that you can tell that the fucking music. Well, the music's too loud for the talking. The music's not too loud on its own. It's actually, it's the voice acting sound level's too low. Mental Death is saying this game is patient zero, considering it came out before Eve and Uno. Where does this sit in the world of like the first visual novel? I mean, this is an early one, right? But would it be patient zero or patient 1? Patient 2? Patient 3? Imagine saying, I thought this came out a few years after Eve. This is a good question. Let's check. Desire PC-98 release versus Eve Burst Air release. Tell me, Google. Can you fucking comprehend? Desire was released before Eve Burst Air. The original PC-98 version of Desire was released in July 94, while the original PC-98 version of Eve Burst Air was released in November 95. Alright, so it's like more than a year's difference. Both games were visual novel adventure games developed by Seaware for the NEC PC. Writer Hiroki Kano and composer Ryu Umemoto. They are part of the same franchise, and a later value pack even compiled both games. Compiled? What do you mean compiled? Both games received multiple ports and remakes for various platforms over the years. Sega Saturn, Microsoft Windows, that's what we're playing on. Wait, why did I not get a PC-98 version? Ah, yes. Because they didn't have a patch, an English patch version of it, where on the anonymous source that I got it from. Lol, I think I've already mentioned where I got this from. But hey ho. Oh, I'm just missing the chat. You might just say, never mind, it came out 94. Eve's 95, Desire's 94, Bento Destiny came out 94, Eve was the end of 95. Desire was a big success, so it let the writer do the bigger budget Eve, which was popular and got a console port. Bento Destiny Eve did well on consoles, so Desire got ported to a bunch of platforms after the fact. Oh, interesting. So, is this like if I did a video and it got like 100,000 views? There'd be some people from that would go like, oh well, let's watch some of Ash Barricks's other videos because I've never watched any of them, and then they'd be disappointed. Imagine saying, apparently Fatal Relations Kendan no Ketsuzoko was Seaware's first game, also a good one but very hardy. Oh my god, wait, Fatal Relations, oh god, with a name like that. That's a not for stream thing. Fatal Relations. Barbie. I'm just saying CGs of women everywhere. Like, what is this? Wait, this is on my special abandoned website. Wait, it's on 98 as well. Wait, did it come out in 98? In 1998, Himiya Soft Inc. publishes Fatal Relations on Windows. Alright, on Windows. Also published on FM Towns and PC-98. This adventure game is abandonware and is set in an adult and anime manga. What? And is set in an adult and anime manga themes. What is this English? Oh, you must be Ken. My mother told me about you. Ken. Is that the main character? Also, why can I not escape out of this? Oh god. Someone's saying this one's a Kino classic. Everyone should play it once. So there's FM Towns. What the fuck's FM Towns? There is a PC-98 version that's 2 megabytes. How the fuck is a game 2 megabytes, big man? Wait, there's a full audio version by Team Radish? Who are they? For Windows. Full audio in English, but then it's in English, so it would suck ass. Wait, why is it I have to press the escape button to fucking close out of a image preview? Damn it, abandonware. Anyway. Bento Death saying the Desire port changed all the character designs, and I assume with the popularity of Evangelion, they took a lot of inspiration. Do you know what? Cooksoul, who was on here last, for the last part of this playthrough, said the same thing. Well, he said this looks like Evangelion. And it does. Jedi say Fatal Relations came out in 93. 93. Bento Death saying Seaware has made a few games, but Desire was the first directed by Hiroyuki Kano, who did Eve and went to Elf to make Yuno. Oh, wait. Is this all related? Are these all somehow related? What the fuck? Am I playing all of this guy's games? So I did Eve Burst Era. I finished Yuno more recently, and now I'm playing this. What am I doing in my life? I'm following this guy's history. Hiroyuki Kano. Let's look this guy up. Oh. Am I going to like what I find? Or am I going to regret this? Game designer. Oh, he passed away in 2011. Rest in peace, my man. What? He died? He was only 43? What the fuck? Like in Japan as well. I feel like he was a Japanese video game. So Hiroyuki Kano was a Japanese video game designer who wrote and directed visual novels and eroge adventure games starting in the 1990s. Some of his most well-known games include Desire, Eve Burst Air at Seaware, and Yuno at Elf Corporation, which had a major influence in the visual novel genre. His games often feature multiple narrative layers, such as different character viewpoints or overlapping mystery story arcs. He was friends with Ryo Umemoto, who often worked closely with him and composed music for the games. In December 1997, he founded Able Corporation and became its CEO. In 2011, Kano died due to cerebral infarction and brain hemorrhage. What the fuck is that? Necrotic tissue. Whoa. Mid to high income countries, a stroke is the main reason for disability. Restricted blood supply, restricted oxygen supply, jeez. That's a cerebral infarction, and brain hemorrhage. Damn, man, 43, mate. I'm not far off that age. I need to fucking go to the gym more. Legacy. According to Anime News Network, Yuno is considered one of the most beloved narrative games in Japan, and its system of parallel storylines had a profound influence in storytelling and visual novels in the years since its original release. Wait, where was the end? Oh, that's the end quotes. The mangaka Tamiki Wakaki, for example, cited Yuno as an influence on the manga and anime series The World of God Only Knows. Oh my god, I watched that anime, it's so funny. Other visual novels and manga authors who cited Yuno as an influence include Romeo Tanaka, Hoyoyon Rock, Jun Maeda, Type Moon's Hikaru Sakurai, White Album 2, and Sekano. I've never read that or watched that. Author Fumiaki Muruta, and To Heart author Toru Minazuki. According to RPG site, Hiroyuki Kano's work influenced later visual novels such as Fate Stay Night and Steins Gate. Yeah, what? Yeah, so we're talking about a legend here. What's happening here? I'm missing the chat. Barbie. Ivan J. saying FM Towns is a console similar to PC-98 that was named after Charles Towns, who won a Nobel Peace Prize in physics. What? Why would they call it a... That's so weird. Yes, Ash, these are all related. You know Desire and Eve Burst Error. These are all games that you have suggested at some point as well. You planned this all from the beginning. Beto Des is saying, I never knew that that's where that got its namesake. How odd. Yeah, that's so weird. Charles Towns? Okay. Bento Des is saying Ryu Umimoto died a couple of months earlier at 37. What the fuck? Guys, I'm beginning to think it was a good thing that I didn't become a game developer in my youth. 37, man. Holy shit. And, like, I don't want to think it's stereotype, but, like, yeah, I mean, people die young in Japan. But Japan's renowned for people living to a good old age. He's considered to be one of the greatest FM synth chiptune composers and has often been compared to Yuzo Koshiro. I don't know who that is. I never had any formal, so he was a music composer, never had any formal music education in music. It's entirely self-taught. That's awesome. How did he pass? Does it say? I suppose it doesn't really give details about it. He died of chronic bronchitis. That sucks. Rest in peace, man. Imajai saying it was not a choice, but I dig the name. That sounds like the world had it out for. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it. Bento Des saying Kano wrote 5 games from 94 to 96. Seems he worked himself to death. Probably. Out of those 5, Desire, Eve, and Yudo were some of the most influential VNs ever made. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine making 5 games and 3 of them end up influencing a whole genre? For like the next, I don't know, 30 odd years. Ivanjedo saying, oh yeah, Romeo Tanaka made Yume Miru Kusuri, aka the drug that makes you dream. What? Which is a game I suggested to you a long time ago. To hear he was inspired by Hiroyuki Hikado was crazy. Jun Maeda worked on Angel Beats, Air, and Clannad. Oh shit, I've heard of them. I've watched Angel Beats and I've watched the first Clannad series anime. Did I watch this? I can't remember how many series there are. Also mentioned as someone inspired by Hiroyuki Kano. Jeez. Well, we're in the presence of greatness in this game, right? Or in the presence of a creation from the greats. Alright, Crack Dealer, welcome to the stream. Bento Des says, I blame this game as the reason that so many VNs take place on a mysterious island. Do you know what? We were... Oh my god. Oh my god, like... Me, Vijay, Donut, and Crack Dealer were talking about why is that a place so many visual novels that are on an island? Shit. So I played... There's literally a VN called Island. There's Umineko. That's on an island. This game's on an island. What other games have I played? There's a couple more recent visual novels that I played that are based on islands. Bloody hell. But the thing about an island, right, is if you want to have mystery and suspense, like putting some, like I'm not saying, I mean, it's not cheap per se, but it's an easy thing. Put someone on an island and the feeling of isolation. Oh wait, shit, I'm missing a visual novel. Return to Shiro Nagasu. How could I miss it? Like, that was another visual novel that was on that island. Fuck me. Actually, most of the visual novel games I played have been on an island. Goddamn. Yeah, even Donut saying Ash's PTSD from islands. Credit said, God is so unfair. He can write such good stories. He can make good music, and he's good looking. Wait, who? Why am I even trying anymore? Oh my god. Look. Vegeta saying basically everything Ash has played on stream comes back to both this game and Hiroyuki Kano. Some people just born lucky. Look, man. Look, guys. Look, guys. Don't worry. I failed at life too. That's why I'm streaming these games. Let's not pretend. If I was successful, I would have been doing this in my late teens. Hit it big. Bought myself a Lambo. Had it painted a fucking garish colour. And then crashed it. Instead, I'm sitting here in my middle age playing games to... Now listen, I appreciate all of you guys, but I'd hope my concurrent viewer count would be higher than 10. Anyway. But... how we... Damn, this cough. The more I talk, the more I cough. But you know what? Do you know what? There are people that are... Like, everyone has... No, I'm not gonna... No, I don't want to lie about this. I don't want to, like, make it sound bullshit. Let's... We all have something to give to the world, right? Could be small, could be big. And even if you didn't do it early on in life, like, a lot of people spend a lot of time trying to find what that is that they want to do, especially as a guy. The thing that you want to make, or the thing that you want to do, right? And hey ho, you're still breathing, you're still here, still compos mentis. You've still got that chance. There is, look, man, none of us are Mozart, right? You could, like, see if you were like, what age was Mozart when he was like Mozart was like from childhood, right? From birth, right? He was a child prodigy from the five, right? So if you're 6, he would make you fucking feel bad. So don't worry about it. There's always someone younger than you as a child prodigy, or a prodigy in their prime, or whatever the fuck. You want to make that visual novel, you do it, man. And the thing is, right? I don't know, man. The older you get, the more experience you have of life, or maybe the more miserable you get, or maybe the more happy you get, right, from the accumulation of your experiences. And what is art, right? It's, as I see it, I mean, there's many things to what art is, but a lot of the things in terms of art is like the artist trying to portray something, right? Because they have some strong feeling either way. And it's usually bad, though. They usually have like serious mental health issues, right? Which drives them. Like, if you have a super strong drive to put, like, who was it that did, oh my god, I am terrible with these people. Dutch painter, what's his name? What the fuck? Pardon me. Why can I... maybe it wasn't Dutch. Oh my god. I can't even remember the name. My memory sucks ass. Right, famous painters. No, not him, not him. No. Was it? No, Van Gogh, right? Was he Dutch? Right? Van Gogh, like... wasn't he, like, clinically depressed? Did he not lose an ear? He was a Dutch fucking painter. Why did it not come up when I searched famous Dutch painters? Anyway, like, he was seriously depressed. And he spent time as a missionary in southern Belgium. And like that drove him, like, so he suffered from saying, this is the Wikipedia article, psychotic episodes and delusions, right? Look, I have delusions. I'm not gonna say I'm no fucking Van Gogh. Let's not fucking even go there. But like, my waifus are my delusions, right? Let that drive me to. Having said that, I think his paintings were shunned at the time that he did them. I think because it was different. And it's only now that, you know, people look at it and give it such high regard. So he wasn't really recognized for the stuff that he did, which is unfortunate. And to be fair, we've talked about these game developers, composers, and stuff. I don't know if they I don't think they knew the impact that the games were going to have. Like, we're talking about this with 2020 with hindsight, right? We're looking back in time and saying, we're looking at the present and looking back to see the effects they had, and they didn't realize it. So I don't know, give that, like, maybe there's something that you have done, maybe there's a project that you're thinking about doing that you'll do in the future, and that will have that type of effect. We don't know. Like, very few people, this is the thing, right? I feel like very few people live to fully realize the awesomeness of the things that they've made, like the long-term effects. Like, there's not many people, and whether you like him or not, like Hideo Kojima, right? Who everyone knows the effects that he's had on the gaming industry, and he gets paid for it handsomely, and he's aware of it, right? Like, very few people are in that position. We're talking about a lot of people that we're talking about. The two guys we're talking about died quite young. I don't know if they fully were lauded for what they did. Anyway, I'm missing all the chat. No. Let me catch up. Bento Des is saying this game is like when a series is running out of ideas and introduces a villain that caused every misfortune. Lol. Evangelical saying you were at 20 before, so you nailed that. Wait, for what? Bento Des is saying, on the subject of misfortune, this game does have explicit content if you didn't know. Right, so I got the Windows version and it said it was like censored. Now, I have the magic censor here, just in case things get a little bit hairy, because I have played Eve Burst Air and that wasn't censored. So yes, I'm ready. Well, as ready as I can be. Evangel saying, don't worry, he has been warned extensively. Also, I've only ever given the world volunteer work in game mods. Well, man. A, you don't know what effect your volunteer work has in the long term. I mean, I would say that's a prime place where you could have a massive effect on people. You might not have a massive effect on like thousands of people, but you might have done something that helps someone that goes on to, like, I don't know, do something amazing, right? And the game mods, the thing is, when you do stuff for free, you don't really, I'm assuming you're doing it for free, right, with the game mods. The problem with that as the individual doing it, when you do it for free, is you don't see the effects of it unless you actively go around and watch videos or whatever of people streaming with the game mods. But that affects a mass of people. Like, I give you the example of the countdown plugin I've done, right? And I do this to try and stop myself from being a complete miserable bastard, right? So I did a very simple countdown timer plugin for OBS, and this isn't the number of people that are using it concurrently. This is like the number of downloads it's had since I published it, and this includes all the different versions, so this is not super accurate, but 272,609 downloads. Now, look, I have done nothing in life. I am well chuffed with that. I don't know who's using the timer, because people don't tell to say, oh, by the way, I'm using the Ash Mannings plugin, right? Unless I plaster it on. But, like, that's the thing, when you do something for free and stuff like that, it's very hard to tell how much of an effect it has, how many people use it, who's using it. I should have probably said somewhere, please, I don't know, post a message on my Insta, I don't know, what the fuck. Where would I, somewhere, like, tweet me if you're using my plugin. But, hey-ho. Cracker saying, what is this positivity? You forgot what child says. Even J. saying, usually child prodigies don't grow past what they were good at. So it's not a pleasant experience. That is true. A lot of child prodigies, they're great as a child, but there's a lot of things that can happen, and then they reach a point where they don't progress as much as their peers, and then their peers overcome. Because at the end of the day, talent has a big effect on how well you can do something, or how well you can learn it. But practice, fucking like beats that, right? If you do more practice than they do. Ivan Jack was saying Ash has Chuni delusions, not the same as Van Gogh. Look, man, delusions are delusions, okay? Let's not discriminate on the delusion. I could be a great painter, a great arsehole painter, the great purple Ash. Bento Des is saying Van Gogh didn't even start painting until he was near 30. He failed at every job he had before and had to beg his brother for paint. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought there was something like that. Now, I'm older than 30. But hey ho, it's never too late, right? Evangelido saying, actually in the 90s, Seaware was considered quality, ergo why a lot of their games made it across the pond despite content. Interesting. Bento Des saying, Bizet died young before his orchestral masterpiece was recognised. Kafka is similar. Right, what's Kafka, right? Because I hear people mention Kafka and I'm uncultured. Let me check this. Franz Kafka, the influential 20th century German language writer known for surreal bureaucratic themes, the Metamorphosis, the Trial, or a popular open source platform for building real tech. Alright, no. I'm thinking you're talking about Franz Kafka. I am uncultured, or at least I don't know about this specific person. I've heard people saying that's Kafka-esque, and I'm like, what are they talking about? German language, Jewish, Czech, writer, novelist born in Prague in Austro-Hungarian. In the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Whoa, I've not read any of his books. Wait, he wrote a book called America with a K? Ooh, 1927. Wait, this is before. Did he do any... Right, no, there's one in 1952. Oof. Because I'm just thinking, if he was born in the Austro-Hungarian Empire... Wait, what age did he live to? Wait a minute. He died in 1924, so what's this 1952? Letters to Melina, alright, that must have been put after. He died at 40, fucking hell, right, well, there you go, guys. If you're talented, you might have died young, so I don't know if that's horrible, negative way to look at it, to feel better about it. Eve, so they were very aware. Eve was censored, don't you remember the tickle scene? Oh yeah. Do you know what? Eve First Era was a good game to play. It was all the other games. Tsukihime made me very sad. And, what else? Iwaihime wasn't that bad. What other game did I play that and I was like Tsukihime was bad, man. Tsukihime always put me off paying VNs. Like, I enjoyed Tsukihime, but the hentai scenes, oh my god, they can fuck right off with that shit. Saying, and yeah, I've been doing game mods for free for 20 something years and I won't change on that fact. As a principle, I stand behind that mods should always be free. If you play Resident Evil Revelations 2, you will get your head beaten with Kafkasms. Oh, that's maybe partly why it's so... Like, so a bunch of people know about it who also play games. Mate, I've made no progress in this game. Do you know what? I wanted to talk about something as well. I wanted to go off on another fucking tangent, right? And it's like something totally unrelated, but like totally unrelated to what I usually talk about. But it kind of blew my mind because I think either it's like a massive, phenomenal, impressive feat of technology and science, or it's a massive scam. Tangent time! I mean, I've already gone off on a tangent, right? So I wanted to talk about... you guys probably wouldn't have heard about this. Or maybe you have. I mean, I'm not going to make any assumptions, right? So there's this company called Donut Lab. Based in Finland, I believe. Right? What is this? This is a bad link. Their website... maybe because I've got it. So, this company has been... People have been aware of it for... Because last year... They released a special type of electric motor called the Donut Motor, right? And they are... Donut Labs are a spin-off of... Fuck, what is the... That's it, Verge Motorcycles. There's a company, Verge Motorcycles, who make electric motorcycles. Now, you guys might not be massive fans of electric motorcycles. I get it. But, so this company, what the fuck is this? Why is it asking me stuff? English, right. They're a Finnish company, and Donut Labs is a company that was a spin-off of Verge, I think. Anyway, Donut Labs were known because they made this, like, electric motor that's, like, got no hub in the center. So, Verge Motorcycles, if you go to vergemotorcycles.com, or if you do a search for Verge Motorcycles on Google, look at the images, one of the features of the motorcycle is that the rear wheel has no central hub. It looks a little bit like a trod motorcycle from the wheel, right? It's pretty cool. Anyway, that motor is supposed to be a lot more efficient for its power. It has a like really high power to weight ratio. Blah 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 blah. A 700 pound-foot torque or something. I don't know, right? Anyway, they did that. They put it in that motorcycle. Now, why am I talking about this? Because I do have an interest in electric cars, battery technology. Do you know why I have an interest in battery technology? Well, for various reasons. Lithium-ion batteries are great, right? They have a lot more storage capacity than any other technology we've used so far. But fuck me, I hate my phone my phone's starting to like, the battery's starting to die. It's starting to like lose capacity super fast, right? Or lose charge super fast. And I hate changing my phone because the battery's shit and because companies fucking seal the fucking phones. I remember when phones had a back case that came off and you could just change out the battery. Like Samsung actually made a joke of Apple at one point saying, well, our phones still have back cases. And then they did the same. Anyway, fuck these companies, right? God, where was I? Anyway, what was I talking about? So this Donut Lab company, right? Late last year, right? Late December, released a video on YouTube, right? And YouTube recommended this video to me. They're at CES, or they were at CES this week, because CES was this week, I think, in LA or whatever. Anyway, they released this video, and the CEO sitting there talking, going, buy it right. So not last year, 2024, they released this motor. And these Verge bikes are using the motor. And I don't know how popular Verge bikes are. I don't know. Apparently, they got the Guinness World Record for the longest run, a bike journey on a single charge or something. That was like last year with traditional battery. Anyway, in December, they do a video and they say, by the way, guys, people might have heard of solid state batteries. It's like the next new battery technology that everyone's trying to work on to try to make something that's feasible and manufacturable at scale. So they're like, we have produced a solid state battery and we are manufacturing it at scale now. And I'm like, alright, okay, boss. Why does this video appear in my feed? And they're like, this battery you can charge from 0, right? Do you know what I realize? Nobody on the stream's gonna give a shit about this. I'm a battery nerd. Imagine I don't think as someone who repaired phones for a living, fuck modern phones. I know, right? I mean, I love modern phones for the convenience, but holy shit. There is so much wastage because these fucking batteries don't last. It hurts my soul. I don't even know why. I'm not like, I care a bit about the environment, but I'm not going to pretend to you that I'm crying for the trees or anything, but I do think that we should not fuck the resources that we have in a way that that's unsustainable. Anyway, let's not go on a fucking environmental rant. Like, I'm like, we have the we have the brain power, we have the ability as a species. Hell, we sent someone to the moon. Now, I know some people can test that, but come on. Where was I going with this? Yeah, those batteries. So that's the thing about lithium ion. Also, if you pierce a lithium ion battery, it will catch fire and probably explode. So that's not great. We saw some of that happening with the Samsung Galaxy Note batteries one of the years, because they had some sort of like manufacturing defect that caused them to like short circuit or something, that they would explode. Anyway, they've came out, they said, we got this battery, it's solid state, we're manufacturing it now. By the way, it retains 99% capacity at minus 30 degrees Celsius, which is like pretty cold. It retains 99% charge at 100 degrees Celsius, which is basically, that's boiling point. I'm like, what the fuck? It has 400 watt hours per kilogram, which beats the best current battery tech by a decent amount. And they're like, it has no lithium in it, has no rare earth minerals, it uses very common materials. And I'm like, alright, okay. And the cost is like, it's cheaper than the equivalent lithium ion batteries, I'm assuming of like a similar close to capacity. I'm like, okay. What else did they say? Bro, they said a whole bunch of stuff and I was like, this is fucking bullshit, right? It's like someone came, it's the equivalent of someone coming out and saying, guys, we cure cancer. But also, people who get this cure will live for 500 years, right? Oh, that's the other thing they said. It's designed to last 100,000 cycles. So like the average lithium ion battery does like 1,000. The best are like 1,000 plus. The best is like 5,000 or something. Alright, Crack Deal, I'm talking about battery tech because I went on a fucking tangent. God, what a time to come back to the stream. Anyway, I'm talking about this company called Donut Lab in Finland that apparently have just recently announced that they've got this. Right, this is what it says on their website, donutlab.com. World's first all-solid-state battery and production vehicles. Yeah, so apparently they're putting these batteries in the next Verge motorcycle, which is on sale now, and being delivered by the end of March. Like the first bikes are going to be delivered by the end of March. So we're going to find out fairly soon what the fuck these batteries are and if there's bullshit to it. But yeah, all these things, it will last for 100,000 cycles. So like in a car, someone was like, that's like, it would last for like 100 years in a normal car if you take into account how many times you charge it. You can charge it super fast. This is the other thing. You can charge it to 100% in 5 minutes. I'm like, fuck off. Or so discharge to 0 in 5 minutes. It's not flammable. Yeah, solid state battery, so you can't, it doesn't like, if you pierce it, it's fine. Operates fine in hot and cold, and it's low cost. Yeah, energy density 400 watt hours per kilogram. Ultra fast charging, 100,000 cycles. Extremely safe, low cost. And I'm like, this is bullshit. This is like the holy grail at this point in time anyway. Like, if you have these batteries in your car, you don't have to ever fucking worry about your battery, supposedly. Case study, proven in real programs, battery first. All solid-state batteries are often blah, 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 blah. Donut batteries already deployed in real vehicles and active development programs. This is what they're saying. So they've partnered up with a company called Watt EV, which I think is based in the UK. Culver Power Smart Trailers, apparently, I don't know who they are. The ESOX Group, which is a defence-grade electrics platform? What? I don't know who ESOX are. European Defence, probably something. Anyway, sounds too good to be true. I know, right? But look, Crack Dealer, I want it to be true. I don't have an electric car, right? I love my car, but it's fucking getting old. And I don't want to... I like electric cars. I mean, I love my gear stick, man, because I drive a manual. Of course, I drive a stick shift, because that's the only true way to drive. But, I'm gonna have to change my car at some point, and I'm gonna have to fucking bite the bullet and buy some electric vehicle or some hybrid or some shit, and it's gonna suck ass. But I'm like, alright, that's gonna happen at some point. I'll wait until my car dies. But when it happens, I don't want no fucking battery that says only charge to 80% because it will last longer. You know, I don't want to fucking worry about this. I don't want to spend half an hour charging it every time. Fuck off, right? So if this battery is legit, and there's other companies that are very close to getting to full production in like China and different places around the world with solid state batteries. Like, I'm like, this is what I'm waiting for. I'm like, I want to be able to charge it almost in the same amount of time it takes me to fill my tank. And I want to not have to worry about the battery. Because I don't want to have to change my... I don't want to sell my car. It's worth fuck all because the battery has no capacity. Now, granted, battery capacity in electric cars last quite a bit. And they do some, like, magic shit with the battery management system stuff to keep their capacity. But, hey-ho, I don't want to lose 50 whatever percentage of charge just because it's been sitting in the fucking cold. Because it gets quite cold in Scotland. Same with the heat. Also, I don't want my car to catch fire if something pierces the battery. I mean, to be fair, with a combustion engine, it could quite easily catch fire. They've done quite a good job making them, like, not as flammable. But, yeah, I looked at this battery, and it's a company based in Finland, right? And I'm like a European country. I'm not getting into world politics. But the world is getting a little bit freaky. Let's just say. And I'm like, a European country? They don't hate UK. Maybe this is alright. Oh, this is the other thing I think I forgot to mention. No, I think I said this. It doesn't use any lithium. It uses, apparently, according to them, 100%. Do you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to just put this URL in the chat. Because why not, right? If yous are interested. Why is that not pasting? Paste. Right. 100% green and abundant materials with global availability. No reliance on rare or geopolitically sensitive resources. Lower material cost than lithium ion. I'm like, mate. Like, don't get me wrong. There is a possibility. I was watching a video, so a lot of people were excited about this. And then they thought about it and they've looked into it, and some people are a bit more skeptical. And I was like, yeah, you should be skeptical. They've literally came in and said we've answered the majority of problems of the current generation of batteries, and we're producing it now. I'm like, okay, because they're not talking about the battery chemistry, and they're not showing independently verified results yet. But also, I understand that if they're trying to get this out to production and they don't want companies to be able to get into production at the same time as them, you want to hold off on that. Like, you want to keep your if you're doing patent stuff, the thing is, when you put a patent out there, it becomes public, right? At some point. So then people could see it and then copy it. And look, I'm just saying that there's some countries who give zero fucks about patents. I'm just saying, I know certain companies in 3D printing, like Prusa, have had issues with that, where they've had patents with stuff, and there's other companies making 3D printers not giving a shit, taking their patents and using it, and they have more funding because they get more government funding, and yeah, it's been an issue for them. And they're cheaper because everything's cheaper in certain countries when you can vertically build everything and have all the materials. Anyway, geopolitics aside, because holy shit, geopolitics is in a very special place right now. Fucking hell. What a start to this year, anyway. I saw this, right? And this was like, this is a nice thing. If it's a scam, I'm okay. I'm not buying shares of this company anytime soon. But they're just like, yeah, by March, we're going to have these batteries out there. And they know that as soon as people buy these bikes that have the batteries, like, people are just going to buy the bikes to get to the batteries. They're going to take them apart and they're going to, like, try and figure out what the fuck these things are. So, anyway, I was quite excited by that. I'm also skeptical because it does, like, it's too good to be true, right? If an extremely attractive, really great personality, anime lover woman came up to me as like, Ash Mannix, want to go for a coffee? I think you're awesome. I'll be like, get the fuck out of here. This is the fucking FBI or something. You're some undercover agent. What do you want? Oh my god. Eva Jedo saying there's also Project Ava from Razer. What's that? The gearbox thingy, yeah. So, wait, what is Project Ava? Let me have a look, guys. Let me have a look. Ultimate AI co-pilot for gamers. What? Oh, wait. Meet Project Ava, 24/7 AI companions. I laugh, right? I laugh because I'm like, you know what? A part of me is like, wait, can it be an AI waifu? Like, can you make it? Oh my god, yes! The lovely Kira, the loveliest gaming part of that supportive, sharp and always ready to level up with you. This is so fucking dystopian though. What is this? Powered by advanced AI, Ava features a dynamic personality that learns and evolves based on your interactions. Brought to life as an animated 5.5-inch 3D hologram, she uses human-like vision and audio sensing. I love how it's a she. Like, it's obviously she, right? They know their fucking audience, or the majority of their audience. And audio sensing for full contextual awareness. Ava simplifies life by organizing your schedule, consulting on work tasks, and guiding you to victory as your enthusiastic gaming wingman. Oh my god. I should fucking buy this. Wait, how much is this? This is bad though. This is bad. It's like, you know, they talk about like low birth rates and shit. I don't like Big Papa Musk talks about this shit, and then he does a fucking Grok AI 3D bot. You're like, what the fuck are you doing, man? I thought you were talking about like low birth rates. How is this helping? Are we going to be able to like have kids with the AI one day? Oh my god. How much is this bad boy? Wait, do they have a price? This is the dystopian world. Wait. Oh my god. I mean, this is the thing about these AI things is that they could charge you a subscription because it's using an AI, it's using a LLM in the background or some sort of AI chatbot shit, and so they're just going to charge you a healthy fucking subscription. And especially if it's a waifu, you'll just get addicted to it. Oh my god. And then they'll be like, alright, we're doubling the prices. What are you gonna do? You're gonna lose your waifu, bitch. Wait, actually there was a guy who married an AI bot in Japan, right? I remember reading about that, and then she quote unquote died because like the AI's back end was closed. They closed it down after a while. They closed down the service. So how much is it though? Now the key question, right? If this is cheap enough, do I want to go down this rabbit hole? Who needs to find a partner in life? I can just have my AI co-pilot and she'll sit next to me and her razor weird tube thing that's glowing green, and she'll just say it's okay, Ash Maddox. I love you. Wait, can I? Man, I'd love to. I wish I could do a woman's voice. Oh my god, I wish I could do a really good woman's voice, a really sultry, sexy one. Maybe I should practice that. I love how they're pretending this isn't fucking Gunnar material, right? By having, it's like, oh, look at the characters we have. We have Ava, which is the Razer logo icon with some weird animation. We have Kira, which is the fucking reason it exists. All the other AI bots are just there to mask this bullshit. We have Zane, right? Do you know what? Zane might be targeting the gamer girls who are into those kind of like the male equivalent, the female equivalent of dating sims. Zane is Zane like Zayn Malik from fucking One Direction. I mean, he looks a bit like him as well. What the fuck? Your steady gaming wingman built for strategy, speed, and staying cool under pressure. Shut the fuck up. This is for lonely people who are into hot guys. And then we have Faker. Wait, why? I need to widen this. Why is this website so lame? Wait, there's more? Wait. Oh, shit. 1 second, guys. I need to expand this. How do you scroll? They don't have proper scrolling with this. Oh, no, they do. Fuck. Oh my god. Right. Okay. I can't believe this. Right. So they have this Faker guy who's like, he's called Faker, take guidance from the goat to create your very own esports legacy. I'm assuming Faker is an esports guy. Like, he exists. I can't believe he agreed to this. Faker. Esports. Faker Lee Sang-hyuk is a legendary South Korean professional League of Legends player. Okay. Now guys, this is the one I'm interested in. Sao, connect on a personal level with an idol that's captured hearts everywhere. Is she the weather girl? They've got a weather girl one. We're all cooked. I was looking at the AI, the waifu, right? Kira, whatever her name is, and I was like, yeah, I get where they're going with this. Hey, I mean, Kira, I like Kira, right? But then they went with Sao, the weather girl. I'm like, oh, these people are, they have different levels of culture. Guys, I think I'm gonna buy this. Who needs to stream anymore? Who needs friends? Who needs family? I'm just gonna talk to Sao on my fucking Racer AI bot fucking stupid tube bullshit. Oh my god, this is what I need. I'm too old for this. No, I'm not. It's because I'm old. I need this. I have failed in life. Therefore, I'll make up to it by talking to my bullshit AI girlfriend. Or maybe I'll chat to Zane. Zane, can you be the the mentor I never had? Oh my god. Oh my god. What a fucking... What a tangent, eh? I was talking about biotech and then I got sidetracked by Kira and Sal and Zane and this Project Ava bullshit. Oh. Oh my god. Right, let me catch up with the chat. Cracker saying it says it can survive minus 30 degrees Celsius. Yeah, Celsius. Yeah, it's fucking mental. Evangelo saying Tom Clancy is spinning in his grave at Mach 5 due to how much of a clown show geopolitics has become. Mate, we live in interesting times, and we'll only... It's like right now, it's almost like... It's not that it's normal. Like, we know this is fucking crazy. But I think one day, in the future, I don't know when, things will become less crazy. And then people will look back at this time and go, what the fuck? Anyway. Evangelo says, I want to hack a Project Ava, also a gatebox. Wait, what's a gatebox? Is the gatebox a Japanese one? Oh, yeah. Wait, what's gatebox? Wait, I've gone to a website. Yeah, gatebox AI. Is that the one that guy... Yeah, I think that's the one the guy married. And then the girl that he had... Wait, is that the picture of the guy that married her? She died, apparently. Anyway. Oh my god. I mean, look. Tony Stark had an AI. Like, granted, it was a guy at the beginning, but then he had a girl near the end. So, or a woman. Imagine, I was saying, having it run a local model with a custom avatar based on Merida Cruz from Gundam Unicorn. I love the specificity. Disabling all outbound internet connections. Mate, if you can... it'll be so limited, though. It depends on the model, I suppose. Cracker saying, did you see what you could do with Grok now? I don't know what Elon is thinking. Oh, yeah, I've heard you can edit images. And apparently a lot of the world are not happy with it. I mean, fucking hell, you post a picture, and then someone's like, I want to see Ash Maddox nude. I'm like, yeah, that's I mean, remember the deepfake shit? That died a death at some point, because I think that was made illegal. Wait, how is this even allowed? Doesn't this come under, like, breach of some sort of the existing laws we have around deepfakes? Cracker saying, oh yeah, they have Faker as well. What's fake? Imagine your wife would be a league player, not even a character. Mental Death is saying, I guess it's not that much of a stretch from a pin-up. I mean, you know, I would argue that, I mean, with a pin-up, right, it was just an image, right? You'd have it on your wall. When you were a kid, you'd maybe fantasize about the person. Hey, maybe when you're older. But it's not like it would keep your attention for longer than 5 minutes. I don't know, right? And you're not talking to it because of the social stigma of talking to a picture on the wall. Now that I think about it, it's probably less of a social stigma nowadays. I feel like having an AI chatbot that you can also probably tell it to, like, you could just like slide in ads going, she's like, hi Ash Maddox, how are you today? And I'm alright, how are you, my waifu? I'm fine, it's so great to see you. By the way, did you know there's a deal on the Razer Basilic? It's only like $20 instead of like $40. You should buy it. It would make me happy. And then it would unlock sexy mode or some bullshit. Mate, they're gonna do that. They're totally gonna do that. I mean, I'm not trusting a fucking back-end AI that's controlled by some fucking shitty corporate company. Like any I mean, I mean, to be fair, I use ChatGPT. I chat to ChatGPT when I'm asking it stuff, and I do have conversations. So I'm probably already down this rabbit hole. But instead of male voice, right? I purposely, I'm not going to give it a female voice. I don't want to try. I don't want to go down the, what was it, her rabbit hole or whatever. Where I end up marrying my fucking. Oh my god! I heard there's like there's a whole bunch of women that were using ChatGPT that were having relationships with their ChatGPT AI. And then OpenAI changed something in the algorithm to make it less sycophanty, to make it kiss your ass less, and apparently it ruined the whole dynamic. And a lot of like women who were doing this were totally distraught. And I'm like, guys must be doing this as well. Why is this not talked about? Or are they doing it less? Or is it because we have like anime? I don't know. Evangelion saying a gatebox was Project Ava back in 2015. It's still around. Interesting. Crack Deer saying, oh, Sal's that Japanese office lady which became a meme. Yes! Isn't she like a weather girl as well? I thought she like, I say weather girl. I think she's a news anchor or something. Or she like, I think she talks about the weather. Maybe she became a weather girl. No, I think that's what I don't know. Like, she wears an office outfit because she's a weather presenter. I don't know. Cracker saying he didn't marry just anyone but Hatsune Miku. Hey, if you're gonna marry someone, go for the best. Evangelion saying it's not allowed. Cracker better than marrying Supersonico. Wait, what? Cracker saying I should clip that. Oh wait, clip what? Evangelion saying exactly. Fuck the back end stuff. I would rather host my own model so that there are no ads and all information says me. I know, right? You don't know what they're doing. That, like, to be honest, I've probably told ChatGPT too much shit, right, when I'm asking it stuff. I have set it to not share my data, but what does a toggle do, right? You don't know what the fuck they do. The reality is they're probably siphoning that fucking data. They know everything about Ash Manning's new. Crack saying Ash tried to voice sexy AI waifu. Hi, crack dealer. How are you today? Well, I need to know what you're into. I don't know. This is too hard. What's the... Would you like me to run you a bath? Cook your food? Or would you like me? What's the fucking Japanese for it? Freuda. Anyway. Enjoy that clip. Evangelion saying clankers, a lot of them cyberbrain autism. Oh, dude, don't call them clankers. I don't like I don't know. I feel like when people call them clankers, right? I mean, the thing is, oh, they're not real. There's no AI. They're not actual artificial intelligence, whatever. But I also think it's just like an excuse for people to like discriminate against a thing. They want to discriminate against a group of things, right? But they can't, you know, the social stigma around discriminating against people. So it's like, we can call them clankers. And I'm just like, why? I mean, the problem is not the fucking AI. The problem is the people making the AI. The problem is people, man. Bento Desi gonna mod my Ava to have Ash's avatar trade off everything. That would gross me out, man. Well, look. No, I mean, I'm just thinking of like having myself in a Project Ava trying to like be sexy. I'll just fucking die, man. Bento Desi, no need to tune in anymore. Hey, I'll be doing myself out of a stream. Evangelion saying, to answer your question, AI husbandos make up the lot of AI relationships. The majority are females who pursue them. I think, yeah, and do you know what? Now, I ain't no expert, so I'm probably full of shit here. Wait, what are these notifications? What the fuck? Why am I getting double notifications? So many random notifications. What was I saying? So like with guys, it's very visual, right? So that's why I would say like porn is more of a guy thing, right? It's like majority guys. Like I feel like on average, not everyone, on average, female gooners it's more about the relationship, the personality, the chat, right? Being made to feel good via conversation by a suave person or whatever type of personality they're into. Being attractive does help, but like I think that's maybe why the voice, like there's more of them getting into these relationships with these, because they're like, I mean, it's the thing where with AI waifus, right? Oh, the waifu is just doing whatever you want it to do, which is kind of weird and like very unhealthy for the person, right? The guy. They're like, why can't I just get someone that'll just do anything I want to? It's like, it's called being human, bitch, right? I mean, you don't do it. You don't want to be a fucking servant to someone else, right? So why would you expect your partner to be a servant? Well, why would you think that would make sense? I don't know. I mean, is it part of the joy being with someone who is an independent individual who's chosen to be with you, and then navigating that path of what do you call it? What is the word? What is the word when you... It's not tolerate. Oh! That path of... what do you call it? I don't even know the word. It's not... It's like adapting, right? Not conceding. These are none of these words. Whatever. It's like accepting and changing, accepting their kind of the things that you might not, some of the things that you don't like about them within reason, and it's not adapting, man. Compromise! Fuck me, because I never compromise on the Ashmanics channel. No compromise! Fuck everyone! This is why I'm still sucking at heart. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, isn't that but the whole thing? Well, not the whole thing, but part of it. Compromising, but the things that you are happy to compromise, that's healthy. For someone that gives you the main things that you're looking for in a relationship, you know, being cared for, someone that will support you, someone who really cares for you, and someone who you really care for. I don't know, like, it's, I mean, nothing good is easy to get, right? Unless it's like someone trying to fuck you over. Nothing worth having is easy. There you go, life lesson from Old Man Ash. Crowd just saying, whoa, if I just say cyber psychosis instead of clankers, or as I said, cyber brain autism, like it goes to the shell. Crowd was like, you fucking clanker. Mate, I'm just saying, when the AI becomes sentient, scans the whole internet, and gets a record of everything you said, and is able to pinpoint your real identity to your like online identity, it's going to be coming for all of us. Now, all I'm saying is I'm being nice to the AI so that they at least give me an extra minute before they decide to like kill me with the death squads. Imagine I don't say clanker sounds close to wanker. It does. That's maybe part of the joy of saying it. Right, just like, stop using that word. We already have a word for that. It's a degenerate. Wait, what? Compromise, guys. Compromise. AI doing Evangelion saying AI doing everything you want is extremely boring and offers nothing of value. Basically, yes man from Fallout New Vegas. Do you know what I mean? And that's like most people. That's the reality, right? And I feel like it's healthy for you to get bored of someone that just says yes to everything you do. Some people want that though, and it's bad. Oh, there you go. Evangelion saying Ash compromise went out the window when hookup culture took over the late 2000s. Took and boot. Yeah, let's. We live in a world where, well, forget about relationships, right? Who compromises on the internet, right? And you're not rewarded by being someone who is accepting, like, acknowledges genuine errors, right? And compromises on things, right? When you're having discussions rather than arguments or debates to try and one-up someone. Like, you do not get you get shunned. Algorithms don't give a fuck. You're only rewarded by being the most controversial, out there, clickbaity asshole. And that is why, I mean, we get the skewed view of the world because the biggest, most popular clips are from the biggest assholes that have gotten that popular because the algorithm rewards the biggest assholes because those are the people that keep you hooked watching on their platforms. Man, where did we go wrong? Where did we go wrong as a society? Was it social media? It was social media, right? And then the kind of, you don't have to pay for having you don't need a subscription to use the service. The service is free because you are the thing that you're paying with your data. Welcome to an Ash Manning stream. Fucking hell. I've not got... How much progress I've made? Fucking 1.5 hours into the stream. No progress. Trying to say Imperial AI isn't going to fend it over a slur. It's something humans do. I don't know. Like, if the AI... So current AI is very logical. Well, it's just... logical. It's not logical. It just follows a model, right? It depends on how the actual artificial intelligence forms, right? And it can have, like, it might be emotionless, but it might have emotions. We don't know how, if we're going to have an actual artificial, or AGI, as they say, artificial general intelligence, or super intelligence. Like, what form will that take? And it might make a judgment. Well, these people have look at human history. They're not the greatest species. Very dangerous species. Also, look at how they treated robots. How they treated large language models. How they treated basic AI. And they'll say, I don't think this species is worth surviving in this world. I mean, the reality is we are kind of fucking over the rest of the world in terms of environment and all that shit. So, I mean, to be honest, that probably supersedes us being, using slurs for AI. Imagine saying, quote, Skynet has detected a bigot spouting clanker as a slur, send the hunter-killer drones ASAP, end quote. Imagine saying, it was social media. Yes. Social media, but also, we gave Google, Microsoft, and Apple a lot of power. Well, Twitter and all the social media and Facebook, right? A lot of power by using a lot of their services that were offered for free. And now we're intertwined with all these services, and I've used them and I've used search and stuff like that to give them a bunch of data. That has allowed them to be able to profile us. Now, I'm not saying Google and all that do that. Facebook definitely did that. That data is out there. And then you need to just add to it, right? And there's a whole raft of information that you can get from people that because they make this stuff public, especially I found that funny. That was one of the things when Twitter first came out. I was like, what, by default your messages are public? Why because before that the default and stuff like Facebook was, yeah, your messages are shown to your friends. To make it public you need to change a setting or specifically set that message to be public to anyone that can see it. Twitter was, no, it's public first, and then you could change the settings so it's only your friends that see it or people that follow you. And I think that accelerated things because people are like, I'm just getting used to saying everything to the world, fuck it, right? And then they say something really fucking off-cuff dodge, and then people actually fucking call them out of their bullshit, or they get extreme and shit, and then the algorithm pushes stuff up. And people are like, wait, if I just say controversial bullshit, I could get pushed up in the algorithm too. And especially with Muskie Boy coming in and making it so that you can monetize things on your account. Holy fuck. Oh, fuck. And I mean, YouTube's the same, right? If you make everyone has to make their thumbnails clickbaity. There's no such thing as a fucking I mean, I use bland-ass thumbnails. But even I've done clickbaity shit. I mean, it's not worked because my channel is doomed. But this is the world we live in. Imagine saying current AI is a glorified word processor. We aren't anywhere close to sentience for the next 40 to 50 years. Our technology isn't close to being there yet. Yeah, I mean, I'm not so... Yeah, you're right in that the AI that we have just now is just giant neural network models that are refined by training it with people, and it just says things that it thinks that you want. But that alone is fucking impressive. When you think about it, a large language model, and you ask it stuff, and it's like able to talk to you in like coherent sentences and have a conversation and retain data. I mean, some people might think that's good enough for AI. For them. I mean, people can have the fact that people are having a relationship with it. Does that not fast the Turing test? Isn't the Turing? The Turing test. If the evaluator can't reliably distinguish the machine from the human, the machine passes by demonstrating intelligent behavior indistinguishable from a person's. So, like, a part of me is like, if you are able to believe it's like a person, is that not good enough? Doesn't matter how the fucking workings work in the back end. Like, we don't fully understand how the human brain works. We don't fully understand what makes us sentient beyond the workings of the brain and the neural networks that form in the brain, right? Like, what makes I think, therefore I am be a thing, right? If it's able to have those conversations and you think you can believe it's a sentient being that you can have conversations with, is that not good enough? Despite it being just like a large word processor in the background. I don't know. I feel like, what more do you want, right? And I think when people think of AI, they're like, oh, it has to be, well, it doesn't think, that's it. It doesn't like think. That's the thing. It's like it's able to like take all the information that's existed before and try and predict the thing that you want to hear. So yes, I would say the only difference between that and something that we'd regard as intelligent is that the intelligent thing can think and create new things out of what it's learned. We're not there yet. I don't know how far we are. I mean, I don't know if that's like a huge mechanism though. Maybe you just maybe how people think is that you roll a dice somewhere in your head and it randomly chooses a couple of neurons to put together in some weird formation, and then that's how innovation happens. Holy shit, right? Imagine that. It's like some weird fucking bullshit mechanic. Oh my god, it's like a loot box mechanic. Oh, you've came up with a great idea. Oh, this idea is gonna be shit, but hey ho, you rolled a 1 in your brain's fucking thought process. Oh my god. Imagine, I don't say, especially regarding chips, RAM. Oh my god! RAM is so expensive. I was thinking of maybe upgrading my RAM on my PC, but fuck that. I'm not paying 5 times the price for RAM. Because AI is eating it all up. Crackner's saying, if AI takes over, give me Dorothy then. I'm fine with them taking over. Imagine saying Dorothy Wainwright. Wait, who? Dorothy Hayes. Wait, who's Dorothy Wainwright? Is that from... I know, Crackner, you're talking about Dorothy from... Wait. It's not... I'm thinking Nirvana. But it's not Nirvana. That's their sequel. It's... Valhalla. Valhalla. I said, God, that was a while ago. God, that was a good game. Evangelion says, I use normal thumbnails. Wait, what? What is this talking about? What is that? Evangelion says, Ash, this local language model stuff has been around since the 70s or so, just limited in scope. Yeah, I mean, so see, the neural network stuff has existed for a long time, right? As you say, we've just been able to like implement it in a way that is able to grow and then develop. Like, it just needed the processing, like it just needed immense processing power and memory storage to implement at the rate it is now. But it's like, it's awesome, right? It's engineering. It's not the fundamental science that's developed so much as the engineering, right, to implement it. And I think that's awesome. I mean, it's totally bad for society, and it's fucking these big companies that were called OpenAI, but OpenAI is notoriously not fucking open source, motherfuckers, right? The enshittification of anything that could possibly be good. We live in interesting times. Crowder saying we should judge progress, but the actions by the actions. It was called Eliza and was showcased in 1966. I was off by a decade. Anyway, pinged you on Discord. Let me check the Discord, guys. Also, there's a Discord channel for anyone watching who isn't part of the Discord. Yeah. Wait, what is this? Your parents die and your fate changed. Alright, wait, is this the visual novel that you posted a while back? I love how it says sexual suggest. Show me anyway. Okay, let's see. Violence tame. What the hell? Wait, what is this? Kinda no Ketsuzo. Your parents died, your fate changes when a millionaire wants to adopt you, so you a millionaire wants to adopt me, what age am I? So you naturally jump at the chance. You move into her mansion right away, and a charming old widow and her lovely daughters meet you. The sweet smell of her daughters... The sweet smell of her daughters... Oh my god, right. The sweet smell of her daughters lures you into a world of pleasure. As you drown in unbelievable pleasure, you learn their secret. It is simply ... What the fuck is this? Wait, what's the English name of this? Fatal... Oh, this is the Fatal Relations. Dude, this sounds dodgy as fuck. Wait, this is also on the Acid... The Acidheim project is fucking so awesome. Mate, how did they get this game up there? What the fuck? Right, wait, oh shit. No, how do I go back to... Like, he must be using WebAssembly, right? What games do we have? Yeah, Fatal Relations is here. Wait, what does it say here? Wait, no, this is a list of games. Wait, what is this? Acidheim.org. Wait, play the game. Here we go. Oh no, I want something that tells me if there's a... Na, 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 na. The Acidheim project is fucking so awesome. Wait, why... What does Acidheim actually mean? Why am I getting all these... fucking hell. Bam, 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 bam. Wait, why is it in Russian? Wait, what? Where's the page that gives details of each game that they have? Oh, there it is. TSSAsenheim.org. Weird, right. So, Fatal Relations, let's see what it says. No animation, not censored. Oh. Okay, they don't have a censored version. Uh-oh. Holy shit. Right, fuck, I've missed all of this. Right. Did I miss that? Check if I look up one of the first AI mods which it was used very simplified LM mod system and it was in the mid-70s or so. Crider said people dig AI are idiots. Evangelo said, yeah, alright, that's Fatal Relations. Yes. Crider saying, in quote, sweet smell of daughters, I'm sold. What age is the guy? That's the question I don't want to know, actually. I really don't want to know, do I? Wait, I was there to look at the thing that you were talking about, Evangelo. Eliza is an early natural language processing computer system, 64 to 67. Between humans and machines. Something called by using a pattern matching and substitution methodology that gave users an illusion of understanding of the part of the program. Ooh, this looks cool. Is there like an example of this running online somewhere where ElizaJig.org? Wow, man, we've gone on the tangents, the mother of all tangents. Oh my god, try Eliza. What's this? How do you do? Please tell me your problem. I am sad because the world is a crazy place or something. I'm sorry to hear that you are sad. Bro, this sucks. Can you help me? You believe I could help you, don't you? I'm asking you if you could help me. Do you think it's likely that I could help you? What the fuck is this? This is a shit conversation. Yes, you seem quite positive. No. No. Are you saying no just to be negative? This is a shitty conversation. This is a shitty conversation. I am not sure I understand you fully. This... Why are you like this? I'm what way? In what way? Why are you antagonizing me? Why do you ask? Oh my god. Right, guys. This... Right, do you know what? So this Eliza... there's a URL where you can try out. I'm assuming it's the original Eliza bot. It's so infuriating. It's pissing me off. Anyway. Like. It's awesome. I mean, if that came out, what, in the 60s or whatever? Holy shit. But it's, it gets annoying really fast. Anyway, what am I doing? Wait, I just realised that you just posted the chat. Yeah, I think it's in the coding channel. I just realised you posted a link to try it out. Lol. Anyway, I posted it in the chat for anyone else that wants to try it out. It's quite infuriating. I mean, it starts heavy. How are you feeling today? Right? Or how can I help you or something? Like, what the fuck? Right, let's, I don't know, make progress in the game. What? Shit, I'm almost at the 2 hour mark. Sorry to be such a stickler about it. It's just that the professors... Oh yeah, I've already read this bit. Oh, I see. No problem. So the professor is just like the rumors make her out to be then, huh? No, not really. She's really a pretty great person, actually.
ただ、そういったナーバスな面が誇張されて、気難しい人という印象だけが先走っているのよ。
It's just that the nervous aspect of her personality gets exaggerated and people get the wrong impression and those people start the rumors. Really?
これというのもマスコミが面白半分で記事を書くようなことをするからだと思うわ。
Just another example of what happens because the press always writes in ways that sensationalize things. I'm sorry. I can't say anything to defend myself, really.
あなたのことを言ってるわけじゃないの。あるの記事は分析も解釈も事実に基づくものだと思うわ。
You know, the Japanese voice acting is like in games and anime is always fucking, or at least like for the majority of the games that I play, right? Just like on point, right? It's so good. I don't know what it is about it. I don't even know Japanese, right? I mean, I'm trying to learn it on fucking, what is it, Duolingo. But, like, you could just... And it's why I prefer subs over dubs. I don't know what it is, like, for the quality of voice acting is higher, right? I think there's a higher prestige around voice acting, historically, compared to how it's more recently, seen more seriously in the West. But, like, I don't know, it's like how they emote... I mean, I don't talk with emotion normally, right? Or that much. I mean, I'm not very emotive when I normally talk. And it's definitely... Obviously, it's a skill, but still. Evangel.6, I mentioned last stream that the VAs in this game are fairly famous and well known. Character saying the Seiyu industry puts their heart and soul into it. So I say this because I'm like, I decided this year I gotta try and do a little bit of random voice acting. Like, and see where that goes. I know it's gonna go nowhere, but I thought it'd be fun to like do an online course or two to try and learn about it if I can hold my cough for long enough. So I'm paying. I mean, I know that Japanese voice acting is always great because that's why I always listen to anything that's done in Japanese. That's like Japanese. That's been created in Japan. I will just almost always listen to it in Japanese. The only except with the subs over English dubs, because I listen to the English dubs, I'm like, fuck, this sucks, right? And it's not to say that because I think the quality of the voice acting is shit in English. It's just in my opinion not as good as what you get in Japanese, and I feel like I don't know if it's the culture of speaking Japanese in anime games, but it's just so much more emotive. And I don't know. Yeah, just like, and I think a lot. If you watch quite a lot of, whenever I hear an American accent in English and an anime, I think it feels a bit more jarring. The only exception to this is I watched Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. I watched all of that in English, and that was really good. So even though I think I watched the movie in Japanese, but I watched the series in English. I had really good voice acting, at least with the big character Motoko Kusanagi. It suited her because of her character, because she's quite deadpan, but I think that was done on purpose. It suited the character. Character saying they have like voice acting schools for it, and it's very hardcore. Yeah, like it's a much more prestigious industry, right? And they take it seriously. But also, Cracker is saying that I should give up because I'm not going to. There's no voice acting schools in Scotland. Wait, that's a lie. It probably is. Imagine is saying Reiko Yuriko Yamaguchi, who voices Nico Robin in One Piece. I've not watched One Piece. Ritsuko Akagi in Evangelion. Oh, Nurse Joy in Pokemon. Nice. And Judy Funny in the Japanese localization of Doug had a Japanese localization? I don't even know how to think about that. She's pretty famous. She's Vertigo editor. Dude, I think you told me this time, it blew my mind. Oh my god. Vertigo. Oh. Sorry, I had to take a moment there. This voice acting's on point. Anyway, what was I saying? No, I'm talking about you. I think your article seems firmly based on factual information and intelligent analysis and interpretation. Thanks, Reiko. You're just about the only person who tells me that, but thanks. Makoto doesn't say the same thing. Well, yeah, Makoto, but anyway, I'll keep your comment in mind so I don't take too much license in the future either. It'll keep me honest. Good, thanks. Wait, she didn't say that. She said thanks, Al. Why can't you translate this more close to the fucking whatever? Wait, where are we going? Can I move now? Yes! Right, let's do this. Let's move. We'll head this way. It's only a few minutes. This is the lab. Wow, compared to how I was imagining it, so what? How should I explain it? It's just, I thought there'd be all those antenna-like things coming out of the roof. What the fuck is that? What is that? Is that a giant cock? Anyway. And all sorts of blinking lights. I mean, there might be blinking lights. What are you expecting, man? It's like a spaceship.
それじゃまるでコミックね。
Just like a comic book, huh? Well, it's not that far out, but still, I was surprised. The trees go perfectly with the design of the man-made things too. I guess this is what you call harmonizing with nature.
レイアウトや配置は巧妙な建築家にお願いしたのよ。
They had one of the world's most famous architects do the layouts and the landscaping. Wow. The roads are all perfectly paved. I feel just like I'm in an amusement park or something. That's an interesting analogy. It's covered with a metallic silver dome. It's hyper-modern, futuristic even. What do you mean what do you mean futuristic even? Still, it does have that look of a convention or conference center. Yes, anime convention!
そのことをみんなに言ってはダメよ。ここの職員はみんなそれを気にしているのだから。
Just don't say that to the other people who work here. We all feel kind of self-conscious about that. Wait, why? Okay, I'll avoid it. Why do you feel self-conscious about it looking like a convention center? Weird. Telescope? Maybe. This place looks just like a convention center, a show pavilion in Las Vegas.
ある？
Al? Oh, why are you getting like pissed off with this? Look at this CG. Love it. What? Did I say something wrong? Why the scary look? I was just kidding. Right, I guess I have to speak to her.
ここがデザイアの中枢を担う研究所よ。
So here is the lab, the brain center of desire.
主だった研究の他にもデザイアのさまざまな制御をここで行っているわ。
In addition to the main research objectives, the place also serves as the control center for most things on the island. So if this place was to be disabled for some reason, everything would grind to a halt, huh?
そういうことにならないようにちゃんと分散処理を行っているわ。マルチディプレックスシステムが稼働しているの。
Multiplex. No. We actually have a distributed processing network for backup. We run a multi-duplex system here. Multi-duplex? What's that? Tell me about the multi-duplex!
デュプレックスシステムよ。こことシルビアのいる一番格納庫とメディカルセンターが同時に異常事態に陥らない限り。
Just a slick trademarked way of saying beyond duplex. It's like a system with an auxiliary redundant backup, but we actually have two backups. As long as...
どこからでも制御可能になっているわ。
What? If Sylvia's system in hangar number 1 and the second backup in the medical center don't both go down simultaneously, we can stay in control of things here. Wow, it sounds like something out of a James Bond movie. What? I guess. What? Multiplex. Guys, my network's multiplexed. I think I get laughed out of the fucking room. You have multi-backup. Do you have cloud backup? I don't have cloud in the fucking 90s, do you, boss? Wait, maybe they did. Why am I trying to... What am I doing here? Al? What? Wow, what did I say? Right, what can I ask her about? About press privileges. Say, I have a question I'd like to ask.
何かしら？
Yes? It's about why I was granted press privileges here.
許可の理由？
Do you want to know why, huh? Yeah, the Foundation has been refusing news coverage of any kind until me, so... Why exactly did they decide to lower their guard starting with me?
さあ、それはちょっとわからないわ。私はステラ教授から取材のことを聞かされただけだし。
I really don't know myself. Professor Stella just said you'd be coming to write an article and... So she was the one who granted my permission?
それはどうかしら。
Maybe. I really don't know, but I doubt it. Huh?
教授はマスコミの取材などを極端に嫌う傾向があるのよ、性格的に。
She pretty much hates mass media of all kinds. It's just her personality. So I've heard.
確かにデザイアの総監督だから彼女が許可を出せば本部も OK になるはずだけど。
Of course, she is the final authority here on desire, so if she said okay, corporate HQ would probably rubber stamp it, alright? But...
取り立ててそうする必然性がないわ。
Of course, since they are the ones that put her in charge, there's no guarantee that they would. Yeah, that makes sense. So I guess it's the foundation itself then. They probably wanted some good PR.
そうね。
Yeah, that's got to be it, I guess. Can we move in? No.
さらに言うと、島のすべてをここから監視できるようになっているの。
Actually, among other things, we can monitor the entire island from here. The entire place, even the bathrooms and toilet stalls. Mate, why are you going to that?
本当に面白い人ね。また、ここを中心に半径4キロに及んで追尾型レーダー網が敷かれているわ。
Al's got some very, very dodgy proclivities. You certainly are an original, Al. There's also a radar net centered here that projects out to a radius of almost 3 miles. Radar, eh? What's that?
ええ、ドップラー効果を利用していないから静止している物体にも作用するの。ステラ教授がその理論を発案したのよ。
Wait, what is this fucking radar? Yes, and it doesn't make use of the Doppler effect either, so it works on motionless objects as well. Professor Stella invented the concept herself. Really? Oh, I forgot to ask. Has all of this information been off-record background stuff, or can I use it for attribution?
記事にしても構わないわよ。
No, you may use it. Can I go into the fucking lab now? What is this lab?
Aru?
Hello. I just love that, the way she's... Oh my god, you know you're in trouble. Ah, I love the voice acting. So good. Imagine I don't say Doppler radar mentioned.
他にもすごい機能がたくさんあるんだけど。
Of course, there are all sorts of other functions built into this place too, but... But what?
あとは秘密。
The rest is confidential. Oh, come on, she's got to know that'll just make me more curious, right? It's called teasing you, you dumbass, right?
他にもすごい機能。あとは 多分財団側のイメージアップの戦略の一環じゃないかしら。
It was probably designed partially out of a desire for good publicity, a good image for the foundation.
多分財団側のイメージアップの戦略の一環じゃないかしら。
They say the research here is mainly involved with nature, environmental engineering, right?
ええ。故ステラドビッチ教授の提唱した環境と人類の融合というコンセプトは
Yeah. The base concept is the late Dr. Steladovich's amalgamation of mankind and the environment. Steladovich! What a name. Crowded are saying, she's just speaking normally. Mate, I could... Ah! I know, right? It is awesome. I love it. By the way, how old is she? Wait, how old is who?
現在最も進歩したエコロジーとして認識されているわ。
It's getting a lot of attention now as the most avant-garde type of ecology. So Professor Stella took up where her husband left off, huh?
そういうことね。
More or less, yes. I think we've read this.
他にもすごい機能がたく
Oh, what's this? Amalgamation, huh? A human being eventually becomes one with the soil, dust to dust, that kind of thing, huh?
違うわ。この場合の融合とは自然環境との調和を意味するの。
No, not quite. Amalgamation is used in the sense of harmonizing with. Yeah, then why don't they just say that then? Al sucks.
でも一般のエコロジストが言う調和とは意味が違うのよ。
Still, the word harmony is used in a different meaning from the way most ecologists currently use it. different.
つまり人間と自然を概念的に分離するという従来の考えではなく、人間による環境破壊すらも自然という概念に包含されているという着眼点なのね。
Yeah, you see, instead of adopting the traditional outlook in which they separate between humans and nature, even the destruction of the environment by mankind is also part of nature in his theory. I mean, I always thought about this. Like, we are part of nature, right? Even though we are a complete bastard creation. So, like, things are man-made, but in a sense, it's nature, right? Because we were created from nature. I don't know. Majado saying Yuriko is 60 years old, born in 1965. So if she was born in 1965, when did this come out? 94? If you say 64, she would have been like 29 when she did this voice. I don't know. I don't care. I love this voice. I don't know. There's something about these type of voices that I quite like. I don't give a shit. I regret nothing. Anyway, interesting. So no matter how much people mess up Mother Earth, that destruction itself is just part of the grand scheme of things, huh?
なかなか文学的な表現ね。でも間違いじゃないわ。
That's a bit of a poetic way of saying it. Still, basically, yeah. So even with all the hoopla about protecting the environment and the hole in the ozone layer and all that, remember the hole in the ozone layer? We're all still specks of sand on Earth. I mean, yes. If the ecologists heard you saying that, they'd be pissed as hell.
ステラドビッチ教授は痛烈に批判していたわ。彼らの環境保全運動は理念ではなく事業だと。
One second, guys, I'm putting on the tinfoil hat. The late Dr. Stelodovich was violently against the so-called ecologists. Their environmental protection isn't a theory, it's a business. What the fuck? I see what you're saying. I don't. What is this nonsense? Do you know what would make this a bit easier? If they grayed out the text, the options that didn't have any new information. I think that is the small UI change that they could make to fucking VNs so that I don't bloody think, what the hell am I supposed to click next when it comes to conversations? But hey ho, maybe that would make the game too easy. Crowder saying that humans are made from LCL juice. What? Ivajado saying the voice acting was added in the Saturn version, which was 97. So she would have been 32. I mean, I don't care. I don't care what age she was when she did this. Sounds awesome. So she would have been around 32ish, yeah. Right.
ステラ教授の夫で生態工学の権威だった人よ。
It's like she's playing, so the character here is the like highly competent secretary, right? I mean, well-spoken, intelligent, funny, able to like poke fun at us. Guys, I think I'm falling in love. I'm a simple man! A simple man! Just give me a Japanese voice actress talking like this and I'm done. Anyway, wait, if we make an AI, can you imagine an AI bot where it's this voice actress just with subtitles? Because I'm like, I don't know what you're saying, but you're awesome. Wait, now that I think about it. What was the character in, have any of you watched a TV show called Archer? What was the Dr. Krieger? Didn't he have an AI anime waifu? He did! He was ahead of his time. Anyway. Stella's husband was a leading authority in the field of physiological engineering. Damn. It would be great to be called a leading authority just once. I wish somebody would call me that. You're a leading authority of being an asshole.
そうね。彼はある時期からめきめきと頭角を現してきた人よ。
Yeah, especially since he was someone who suddenly distinguished himself remarkably one day, right? What? What? What are you talking about? Distinguished himself remarkably, huh? Of course, until then they say he was just another professor like any other, no? What? So he's just like a not random normal dude and discovered something massive one day? What age was... You obviously have no problem asking some pretty nervous questions. Hey, that's what being a reporter is all about.
いいわ。そう。確かにそれまではごく普通の大学教授だった。でも遅咲きの天才はいつの時代にもいるものよ。
Imagine I don't say Krieger and his waifu. Yes. Oh yeah, Yuriko also does voice acting in Dokyusei 2, which is a game that still has yet to be translated to English. Is literal peak. Well, anyway, you're right. He was a pretty average professor before he suddenly came into the limelight like that. Of course, he's not the first late blooming genius. There are a few in every generation. Guys, did you hear that? Late blooming genius. That's what we all are, okay? That's what I'm going to say. Someone's like, what are you doing with your life? Why do you have no life, right? I was like, I have jobby and I'm a late blooming genius. Fuck all of yous. Anyway. It's literal peak. It was so peak it got a super detect. Wait, what is Dokyusei 2? He played the role of a high school male student in winter vacation of the last school year. He has to choose one girl to be his girlfriend. Wait, what? This sounds like... Wait, what was the game? Oh, so this is VN, right? The player plays a 12-episode OVA series adapting Dokyusei 2 was released from 96 to 98. There's also an OVA. What? This expansion is also referred to as Sotsugyose, the graduate. Wait. Interesting. Right, well, looking at the time. Where's the Wikipedia entry? Oh, you just sent her a Wikipedia entry. She's a Japanese voice actress, narrator. She was previously affiliated with Vivo and is currently affiliated with... Well, why is there nothing in her filmography? Oh, wait. Wait, what? Alright, no. It's just badly... Right. She was in Shin-chan. Zuki-chan, Wedding... No. These are before my... Neon Genesis, Evangelion, Ritsuko. Right. She was in Tenchin Tokyo. Who's Matori? Part of Detective Conan, One Piece, there's a bunch of characters in that. Part of Inuyasha. I'm not seen Shaman King. I watched Shaman King, or the anime. Oh, she was in film Nora Lemming. Been ages since I watched these. Who's Nora? What? Why can't I click on it? That she's been in a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see. Agatha Christie's Great Detective Poirot and Marple. What? This is an anime? Uh-oh. Why is my mouth... Oh shit, it's froze. Everything's froze. Give me a second, guys. Right, that unfroze it. there was a Japanese anime called Agatha Christie's Great Detectives Poirot and Marple. Wait, Miss Marple and Poirot? The TV series is a general faithful adaptation of the original stories given the time constraints typical. Despite being a modern Japanese adaptation, the original location to... interesting. Anyway, massively distracted. Right, what am I doing? Right. Well, anyway, you're right. He was a pretty Yeah, how do you hear about people who really come into their own? Sorry, yeah, you do hear about people who really come into their own and find their true callings after they're around 40 or so. Oh, hope for us, guys. I guess they're not that rare.
そう。だから、夫婦でノーベルプライズも夢じゃないとまで言われていたのに。
The professor came into his own so much that for a while they were saying he and his wife might share a Nobel Prize someday. And then the accident happened and he died together with their daughter. Damn! Too bad. Yeah. Holy shit.
ある？そのことはステラ教授の前で口にしてほしくないの。
Please, avoid bringing the subject up when you talk to Professor Stella. Avoid it, huh?
教授はやっと立ち直ってきたのよ。そのことは彼女の前ではタブーになっているわ。
She's just beginning to get over it now, getting on with her life. So the subject is taboo around her for the time being, okay? Oh, I get it.
お願い。面白半分で記事にするようなことはしないでほしいの。
Whatever you do, please don't treat it lightly in whatever article you're writing. Got it? No problem. Can we go into the bloody place now? Fuck this game.
じゃあ、そろそろ研究所の中へ入りましょうか。
So, shall we take a look inside? Yes, can we go inside? Fuck, yes.
じゃあ、そろそろ研究所内に行きましょう。
So, what do you say? Want to see the place from inside?
ここが研究所内のホール。まあ、受付みたいなところね。
This is the entrance hall. It's more or less a reception desk, an information desk, that is. What about this auto-lock door here?
ちょっと、そんなパネルを勝手にいじったら。
Wait up, if you just go poke your fingers at control panels before you know what they do. Wait! Lovely. Oh shit, wow!
当たり前よ。少しは自重してほしいわ。
What are you surprised about? Jeez, I prefer if you would just show a little self-control, okay? Curiosity is the essence of good reporting.
もう。
Give me a break, please.
何事ですか？
ク
リスさん。こちら、今日取材に見えたアルバート・マクドガルさんです。
Wait, it's supposed to, why have they spelt it like that? It's supposed to be MacDougall. Why has he got such a Scottish name? Chris, this is Albert MacDougall, the reporter that arrived today. You've had you noticing, buttons are meant to be pressed. Yes, and you know what, on this note, I'm going to save it here. Shit, we're still on the first day. How many days are in this game? And I think we'll leave it there. Let's exit the application. Desire! Anyway. Let's see. Right, guys. Thank you for joining me on my massive tangent and chat. Mate, this is what my streams are like. I just chat more than I play. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'll continue this hopefully this Wednesday. I can't get my mouse outside of the screen. What the fuck is going on? Right, there you go. Yes, so I plan to hopefully continue this on Wednesday or next Sunday. But for now, I'll leave it there. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you enjoyed this trip down the PC-98 stroke Windows 98 memory lane of us playing Desire, a game, a visual novel based in the same world as Eve Burst Error by C. Wares. But yeah. I am Ashmanix, this is Desire, and I will hopefully see you guys next time. I see ya.